Before I get started, where did the old man go? He was there the previous episode at campsite when Hyakkimaru gained back his nervous system, and he's just completely gone at the start of this episode. I don't know if I missed something. The story of the cursed sword. We get this in flashbacks as to how it came about, but there's also some world building going on with this particular episode. We see the repercussions of war and how this affects the world at large. We have a brother who goes out to war and is ordered to assassinate or kill someone else with a sword. He's given a blunt sword, which ends up being the cursed sword that we see in this episode. So we're first introduced to this young lady in the forest where Dororo and Hyakkimaru are, and she has a little interaction with Dororo, and we find out that she's waiting for her brother that went to war 5 years ago. She used to be wealthy but has lost everything and lost everyone in her family, and so she clings on to the hope that her brother may return one day. And then nearby we see the cursed sword that the episode is about, and that a few people few people have been killed. Hyakumaru straight away with his observation sees that there's danger in this, and so he goes out to attack the sword. It's also interesting to see that how a cursed object can, even if the cursed object itself is here highlighted through Hyakumaru's observation as the malice, the red we see through his observation, that the person that's holding it is still is pure of heart. We see that with Dororo, and we see that with the person that is initially wielding the sword. Though the person that's initially wielding the sword has been wielding it for so long that I think it's gotten to him mentally, and so he is drawn to the sword as the sword is drawn to him. It's kind of picked him to do his work for him. With the sword, after all this demon hunting or creature hunting for Hyakumaru to regain his organs, I found it particularly interesting that they did choose an item. Like, it's quite original of an idea for them to take that kind of route, for him to be able to break the sword and then release the curse, the demon, so he regained his ears eventually. And there was quite a nice metaphor there for when Hyakumaru gained back his hearing. The first sounds he hears is heavy rain, heavy downpour of rain, and the crying of that girl who just lost her brother after 5 years at war. It kind of again goes to show you that the world in large is a painful place because of the war that has been ongoing, or is still ongoing, I assume. So that was a nice touch. We end the episode with Hyakumaru's father in the temple. He's questioning the whereabouts of the maid that was to deal with Hyakumaru when he was first born. So I assume he's seeing him as a threat. He's assuming that he's alive, and that now he's a threat to his bigger plan, because he's losing control with, I guess, his sacrifice being kind of taken back, if you like, because the demons are getting struck down one by one, and eventually his sacrifice will be nada, and he will become powerless. And so he's kind of searching on the possibility of Hyakumaru being alive. It's just getting better and better. It's just getting me more hooked and hooked as we continue to watch. I really, like, again, I just wish this was all kind of released at once so I could binge and just, like, I'm so tempted to go back and read the source material or watch the original episodes, but I'm holding out. I'm holding out. Can't wait for the next episode. That's all from me for now. Minute Wolf, signing out.